Hey there, I'm Stephanie, and today I am going to talk about protecting your sewing machine investment and kind of tell you a story of what happened to me this week. So I have to just take a deep breath. It has been a week. So I had a sewing machine emergency that turned into a catastrophe that has finally ended with, I would not say victory or, anything exhilarating, but I think, as soon as I unbox this thing, that might change into the exhilaration phase. But my Bernina 820, which was the top of the line machine 9 years ago, I turned it on over the weekend and the screen was black. It did not turn on. The machine, I just used it a few days earlier. It worked perfectly, nothing wrong with it. We had lots of rains and some storms last week, and nothing that I could remember was horrible, but and no power outages that when we were here. So maybe when I was away at work. But the only thing I can deduce is that there may have been a power surge or a power outage that I didn't know about. But I was heartbroken. I took the machine in early in the week and really in my mind didn't think at all that this was going to go the direction that it ended up going. So when the tech opened up the machine, he said that the flat wire that connects to the LCD panel, which is the screen, was pretty much fried. And, that just led me to think, now my husband's trying to make me feel better, and he says and he's right, we don't definitively know what caused this in the machine. But I feel like there's a strong possibility that it was a power surge or a short interruption of power from the heavy rains and storms we got last week. Okay. So we were still going to go the route of trying to repair and possibly get a new panel. This panel is expensive. However, at the first price that the tech was telling me, it was still low enough to where I thought we should, try to salvage and save this great machine. But then, as he, continued to look into it, he called me and there were too many unknowns, and this machine, in the technology world is considered old, even though it's not that old, from 2010. But I would have to go through the Bernina dealer, and those guys were going to have to assess it. It's just a long story. And, there was just no way for them to really give me an accurate price point of how much this really could cost with replacing these screens. So I was in a quandary, and again, I just have been so down on myself this week because I feel like I could have prevented this, and I probably could have, because my machine was plugged into a 6-strip power outlet that I thought was a surge protector, and it was not. And Bernina has a feature on their higher end machines called ECO, and it puts the machine in a low power state. The screen, kind of shuts down, and just like a computer, it just goes to sleep. But it's still on, and there's still, power, I guess, getting to it. So I think that if there possibly was a power surge or an outage, that probably could have you know, fried whatever it did inside the machine, because it was working perfectly just, you know, a few days before last Sunday. Bernina dealer, they happened to have a Bernina 780 machine used at a very good price. Although I didn't want to pay this very good price because I had just paid a very good price for my pre-loved 820 2 years ago. So I was fighting it. I was really, I mean, this whole process, you know, buying a machine, and a good machine should be a happy and joyful and exciting, you know, process. But this one has been like miserable. I've been crying. I've been like guilt-ridden and just heartbroken. That's just what like comes to my mind day and night. This whole week is just heartbroken. So, but you know what? You got to move on. I know this. And, you know, everything happened so quickly. I did not expect to lose my beloved 820 machine out of nowhere. And, but anyway, moving on. So today, Friday, the end of the week, this whole thing has been going on since Sunday. So, I go to the shop and I try out this machine, and, you know, I'm really fighting the urge to like this machine, but, you know, and I'm not acting happy about it at all. I'm asking a million trillion questions. I don't want to, you know, but when I was testing it out, it was sewing like butter. It's quieter than my other machine. It has all the same features for the most part. There's a couple, you know, that it doesn't, and it's a little 2 inches shorter on the harp space, but the harp space is still 10 inches. My other one was 12 inches, which is really hard to find these days in a sewing machine. I tested it out, and they gave me a really good deal, and they also gave a warranty as if this machine was brand new. So that really was what sealed the deal, and I took it. And anyway, first thing that I had my husband get is this UPS backup. This is a real, I guess you could say, surge protector. It means uninterrupted power source. Support, I believe it is, not source. But anyway, it protects critical electronics, and it stays connected during outages, surges, and lightning. That's plugged in behind me directly from the wall source, and then everything on this table, which will be 2 sewing machines, the lighting and everything will be plugged in and go to that source. So it will be protected. However, I will still be unplugging the machine at the base of the machine, not at the power outlet, but at the base, just as an added measure, because you just never know. I mean, someone told me that, you know, just even power surges within your own home can disrupt electronics and mess them up. So, you know, like other refrigerators, washing machines, that sort of thing. So I've learned a super valuable lesson, and whew, it was just very emotional, and I'm starting to breathe. It's been just a crazy week. But anyway, I want to show you the machine that I did get. I was worried that, you know, because the 7 series is below the 8 series in Bernina. 8 is like the top series. That's the best that they make. 7 is just right under that. But nowadays with Bernina, it's hard to tell. I mean, the 8 series just has a few more things. And like that 2 inches in the throat space is one of them. And automatic threader is another one. So the main things that I really was like, I must have, that I had gotten used to on my other machine, is the dual feed foot that can drop down and act as another sort of feed dog from the top. This one has that. Thread cutter, it's got it. What was the other thing I need? Oh, the Bernina stitch regulator. It was capable. It didn't come with one, but I already have it, the foot. So that's great. All of my feet work on this machine that I had for my other machine. Everything transferred to this new machine accessory wise, except for the stitch plates. And the 780 did not come with a straight stitch plate, which you definitely need if you're doing quilting and quilt piecing. So I ended up getting that as an accessory. Yeah, it has the foot pedal that has the kick foot option where your heel kicks the foot pedal and your needle goes up and down. So that I've got that. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just open this and see it. It's really a beautiful, gorgeous machine. And it is actually a newer, more recent model. So kind of like trumps that older 820 that I had, even though that's a series above it. This one is still a newer technology. It has a bigger, better screen and does some things even better than my other one. So I don't know. It's just they're kind of like right there, which I'm very happy and glad for. So I will not be missing too many things. I'm just very lucky that they had one of these on hand, because these machines are, you know, more than double what I paid for this used one. So I'm very lucky, and I'm going to show you this right now. Okay. All right. So this is the ginormous box that it comes in. Okay. This is the table, extension table. That's exactly the same, although because my other machine is 2 inches longer, this, you know, they're not interchangeable because this is 2 inches shorter than my other one. But the style is exactly the same. Okay. And when I opened my 820, it was the same thing. There's just a lot of layers of stuff. Okay, so I think you can see this. And again, excuse my pajamas, but it is what it is. Okay, here is the knee lift, which I must have a knee lift. Use it all the time. Power cord. And then this is the accessory box. So it came with some feet, which is great. And the one foot I really didn't have at all is this jeans foot, which is more of a heavy duty, for heavy duty fabric. So I love that. And this stands up, so it's great. Set that down. This goes on, it's sort of like a little seam guide, and goes on to the extension table, but I rarely use that. Kind of gets in my way. Okay, this is the manual. Woo! It's like twice the thickness of my other manual, which is a good thing because I thought that the 820 manual was kind of flimsy and light on information. So this is better. Great. Well, but you know what though? My 820 did not have embroidery. This unit has an embroidery capability. I did not get the embroidery unit because I have an embroidery machine and I just didn't, it's not what I'm going to use this machine for primarily. All right, so that's the manual. So I think that's it for the accessory box though. Yeah. Now we're going to get to the nitty gritty of this machine. It's even though it's 2 inches shorter than my other machine, it is still a very big to-do of a machine. Definitely not a portable machine. But I've got a portable machine, so we're good. All right, this is the soft cover. And what I like, it's padded, it's really heavily padded. But what I like about these is that there's a side pocket that you could put the foot pedal and the power cord in when you do have to take it somewhere. And it's also got this really long side pocket, so not a bad thing. And I do like that you could fold it up too when it's not in use. Those big hard plastic ones are just so, you know, they take up so much space. Okay, here it is. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna bring it right to the table because it is pretty heavy. You guys. Oh, this is amazing. So there it is. B780. It's very sleek. Oh, look, you can see my reflection. This is my sewing table, which is my old drafting table from design school, and it works out really well. I've got my Juki TL 2010Q on the opposite side, and on this side I've got my Bernina. So here it is. And power cord. So I'm going to get this all going and then turn it on and then just show you kind of the basics. And this is the unboxing of the Bernina 780. This 780 is also discontinued. That's why I got it for such a great price. But it's newer discontinued. It's only been discontinued for the last, I don't know, couple years. I think 2016. So it's not that old. And the technician really gave it some high remarks and said I would love this machine. I have a feeling he's right. Here's the little knee lift. I think that's in. Oh, my little puppy. Ready? All right, so I've got it all threaded up, so easy. And this is the dual feed foot, so I just wanted to show this. It pops up and it stores here when you're not using it. And there's a little lever that you pull down, and then it snaps onto the back of the presser foot. And then it acts as another little, it's got little ridges under here, just like the feed dogs, and it pulls the fabric from the top through evenly with the feed dogs on the bottom. All right, let's show you a stitch. All right, here we go. The other great thing that I noticed about this machine is, see now watch this. That is the back of the foot pedal that I just pressed. So awesome. I don't have to do anything with my hands. So if I do it again, oh, the needle's up already. All right, so here we go. Uh-oh, I forgot to tell the machine. See, and then it tells you when you do something wrong. I've got to tell it that I put a different foot on. So I put the 97D. D means the dual feed, and the 97 is the 1/4 inch piecing foot. So I just have to find that on the screen here. Oh, there it is. Okay. We should be good now. 97D. Let's go. Yep. All right. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So I'm just pivoting with my knee lift. Stitching again. Oops. Pivot. Stitch. It's a lot quieter than my other machine, I will have to say that. I still though miss my other machine, but this one This one's nice. Okay, so I'm done. I did this little square. I just hit the foot pedal that brought the needle up and knee lift. Oh, well, now I'm going to pull this out. Let me do this again real quick. This, I'll show you the thread cutter. It secures the stitch and cuts the thread, and there we have it. So this is a really nice stitch quality. So yeah, that's the 780. It's very, I mean, I can jump right in. The learning curve is virtually nothing because it's so similar to the 820. And it's a little better in some ways as far as the updates with the updated screen and software. So there's only a couple of, you know, minor things with the logistics of the thread holder. But yeah, so it's just out of the box right now. All right, so there's one thing I'll show before I sign off, and this is the accessory case. It stands up and the little doors swing open, and there are your, it's like a little house for your presser feet. These are little for needles, and then the little drawers. It's like a little armoire for your stuff. But that's got the little thread holder thingies, and in here, oh, there's the little stylus pen, and that actually goes on the side. Yep, magnet. So it just sticks to the side of the machine, which my other one didn't do that. But that's, I mean, again, just a little minor little thing. But so yeah, this one, you know, because it was a trade-in, I think she kept some of her stuff, which I would do the same thing. But the main, whoa, there it goes. The main stuff is in here. The little screwdriver, the guide, seam guide, and this is the little, oh yeah, this is for some of the screws if you have to get to certain parts of the machine. So it's all housed in here. So, all right, what puppy? Come here, come here. Cooper is like, what are we still doing up here? We're usually not up here during the week, just late at night, because now we're like, what, past 8 o'clock? Yeah, you want to go like be a couch potato now, don't you? Okay, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below, and I will put a link to, not this, well, I might be able to put a link to this machine, but it is discontinued. But maybe if you can find it at a dealer in your area, they are selling these for a really good price point. So definitely like half of what it retailed for when it was a current model. Also, please click the like button and subscribe. And also, I do a podcast called Make and Decorate, so check me out on iTunes. And I will talk to you later. Bye.